The ceremony will begin in just a few minutes, and at this time, we'd ask you to please turn off your cell phones and mobile devices. Please be aware that the ceremony will be broadcast live via webcast. Please take a look around you at the nearest exits. If there is an emergency, you will be given directions from this stage. We're happy that you're here to celebrate UOIT's 10th year of convocation and our 10th anniversary. Before the procession starts, please take a minute and join us in watching a video of the 10th anniversary of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. Please stand for the procession and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Please be seated.
Chancellor Beatty, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, including those who are joining us today through our live webcast, we offer our warmest welcome to you at this, our 10th year of convocation at the University of Ontario Institute of Technology. I hereby declare that the 2013 convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now in session. We gather this afternoon to celebrate the graduates of our master and bachelor programs in Commerce, Information Technology, and Science. Let us all take great pleasure in the accomplishments of these graduates and urge them to remember their time here at UOIT with fondness. May our proceedings reflect the warmth and dignity, and indeed the celebration that is today in the occasion. Cogitando et agendo ducamus. By thinking and doing, we shall lead. I now call upon President Tim McTiernan to address convocation.
Good afternoon, Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology, faculty and staff colleagues, graduands, honoured guests, and friends and family. This is a key day in the annual academic cycle of our university and of any university. It is a day in which we celebrate accomplishment and excellence. We celebrate accomplishment and excellence through your graduation, through your achievements, through your hard work, through your diligence and perseverance. And we celebrate excellence today as well through bestowing an honorary doctorate on esteemed members of the community who, through their contributions in business and in social and community development, have made a difference to Canada and have made a difference to Canada's involvement with the world. Both of you, graduands as you graduate and our honorary degree recipients, will become part of the larger University of Ontario Institute of Technology family. A family that now reaches to over 8,000 graduates in 10 short years. Graduates who are already accomplishing much in the world and who are already successful in terms in which they describe as being successful. Today is the academic peak of the mountain for the 2012-13 academic year at our university, as reflected through your graduation. But there have been other peaks that we have celebrated in the course of the last year. Peaks that speak to qualities beyond your analytical abilities, your abilities to define problems, to analyze them, and to solve problems, to think critically, to debate respectfully, to be inclusive in people you work with, and to be innovative in your solutions, whether they're in a business workplace, whether they're in a social agency workplace, or whether they're in public policy. And that other dimension which we celebrate and which we think is distinctive for UOIT students is that of service and that of leadership. A short while ago, we had a celebration on campus for student leaders who had been nominated by their peers for leadership qualities. The two things that were remarkable about that celebration, the three really, one was the number of nominations, which was extraordinarily large. The second was the number of award recipients, which ran into the dozens. And the third was the array of activities that our award winners had engaged in that was recognized through their award. 55 different volunteer activities on and off campus, in community agencies, in mentoring students, in providing assistance in a variety of different settings, in coaching youth in sports, in involvement in science outreach, in mentoring, an array of activities. It captured leadership. And we think our graduates are excellent in their fields, and we think in a very certain way that our graduates have leadership capacity that they've learned through experience in their programs and as students engaged in the broader student life at our university. And we are proud of that. And let me give you one anecdote that proves the point I'm making. Before these events, we get together as a community with our honorary doctorate nominees. It's an opportunity to get to know the nominees. It's an opportunity for them to get to know the university. And we have a small gathering of board members, faculty, and administration. And we had one last night. And the spouse of one of our board members, who's a CFO in a company in Scarborough, a significantly sized company in Scarborough, was chatting with me. And he said, wow, we have an FBIT. For those of you sitting not on the floor, it's Faculty of Business and Information Technology. You all know what it is. You're a part of it. We have an FBIT summer student. He's amazing. He's a UOIT student. He came in. We gave him a problem on IT. I think it was a fairly straightforward problem, but when you're a chief financial officer, technology may not be as straightforward as it is to some of you. We gave him a problem. We thought it'd take him a couple of days to solve it. He had it done in half a day. And he's not the only one. We have a UOIT FBIT graduate who's on secondment to us, and it's from one of the major consulting firms. And he's absolutely amazing. And he had experience in Hong Kong, and he does great work, and he's terrific. And it was one person's experience with what you bring to the job, and his batting 100% in his experience with UOIT students and UOIT grads. And that's the reception that I think you'll engender in the firms, in the organizations, in the businesses that you start or that you end up working in. And we are proud of that. And I would like to congratulate you for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President McTiernan. I would now like to present the candidate for the Honorary Doctor of Science degree to be conferred by the University of Ontario Institute of Technology, Lorne Trottier. Mr. Lorne Trottier is the co-founder of Matrox, a Dorval, Quebec-based company known for its innovative computer graphics, video, and imaging products. He is president of the board of Montreal Science Centre Foundation and a member of the advisory boards of the Faculties of Science and Engineering of McGill University in Montreal, Quebec, and treasurer of the United States-based National Center for Science Education. He established the Trottier Family Foundation to support science and technology education, public health care, and third world economic development. His vision has led to the partnership with the David Suzuki Foundation and the Canadian Academy of Engineering to create the Trottier Energy Futures Project. He envisions a future with cleaner environment in which Canada is seen as a leader in innovative clean energy solutions. Mr. Trottier was named a member of the Order of Canada in 2007. Chancellor Beattie, for his dedication as a philanthropist, entrepreneur, innovator, and visionary, who has forged new paths towards and financially supported the development of safe, clean, and reliable energy in Canada, we are proud to confer upon Mr. Lorne Trottier the honorary degree of Doctor of Science.
On behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer the Doctor of Science honoris causa and grant you all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Say this, but it's in the mail. Okay. But congratulations. Thank you so much.
Mr. Lorne Trottier will now sign the UOIT register. It is a true pleasure. Do you need to go get your notes? Or do you have them? Excellent. I will now call upon Dr. Trottier to address convocation.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Beattie, President McTiernan, members of the Platform Party, graduates and families, and honored guests. It is both an honor and a pleasure for me to be here today. I'd like to thank the University of Ontario Institute of Technology for bestowing on me this honorary doctorate. I'd also especially like to thank Richard Marceau, President of the Canadian Academy of Engineering, who's also our partner in the David Suzuki Energy Future Project, and is the former Provost of UOIT, for nominating me for this great honor. I'd also like to thank my colleagues at my company Matrox, which I co-founded 36 years ago, as well as my family, and especially my wife Louise, who's here today, for their support through the years. But I'm really here today to extend my congratulations to the class of 2013, who will soon be receiving their degrees. I promise not to keep you waiting too long. Even though it's been more than 40 years, I still have vivid memories and occasional nightmares of the stress and hard work of earning an engineering degree. It was the most intensive, grueling mental marathon I have ever experienced. But it was a great preparation for the challenges of keeping up with the fast-paced world of technological change. I consider myself to be a beneficiary of the great technological revolution in IT in the late 20th century. And whenever I speak about my industry, I like to point out that electronics is the most dynamic industry in history. Let me explain. It's the only industry that has consistently produced compounded exponential growth in performance for over half a century. It all started with the announcement of the invention of the transistor in 1948, which happens to be the year that I was born. And since the mid-1960s, the so-called Moore's Law has been doubling the number of transistors on a chip every 18 months while keeping cost about constant. Since that time, as I'm sure you're all aware, the complexity of electronic products has increased by a tremendous factor. In fact, during my lifetime, by more than 1 billion. If you compared that with something like car mileage, you'd be able to drive your car 10 billion kilometers on a liter of gas. That'd be the distance to the dwarf planet Pluto and back. So it's quite a tremendous change in performance. This unprecedented technological tidal wave has created a host of wondrous devices that have transformed the way we live, work, and are entertained. It's created a vast new global industry that's fundamentally changing the way we live and is also creating and destroying other companies in its wake. I would consider it the perfect embodiment of the process known as creative destruction, which is at the heart of free market capitalism. To survive and prosper in such a rapidly evolving industry, my company, Matrox, has had to reinvent itself multiple times, almost like a cat that has 9 lives. My company has achieved success over these past 35 years by continuously identifying new niche market opportunities as older product categories have come and gone. And succeeding in this environment has required a combination of both technical competence, which you can learn at university, but also combined with ongoing creative innovation. We have to keep thinking of new areas and new kinds of products to keep the business going. Now, beyond electronics and information technology, great new challenges and exciting possibilities await the graduating class of 2013. The phenomenon of exponential growth that has characterized my industry has also occurred, but to a lesser extent, I guess, not by a factor of a billion, in other areas of human activity. During my career, the globalization of the world economy has accelerated with breathtaking speed. The electronics industry has played a central role in bringing this about. Virtually all successful companies in this industry operate on a global scale for the design, manufacture, and distribution of their products. At the same time, the electronics industry has provided the communications and the infrastructure that is required to manage global operations. This globalization of the world's economy has resulted in exponential growth in the world's economic prosperity, population, and consumption. The rise of China and India, with 2.5 billion plus population, is bringing about a host of benefits to its people. But this growth also presents the world with a host of new challenges as well as opportunities. In the late 18th century, the British economist Thomas Malthus wrote the famous essay on the principle of population, which argued that human population growth would be limited by the food supply. He predicted that population growth would be restricted by famine and disease. Turns out his theory was a major influence on Charles Darwin with the development of the theory of evolution and so-called survival of the fittest. Indeed, as noted by another famous scientist from our day and writer by the name of Jared Diamond, history does provide a number of examples of civilizations that have collapsed due to overexploitation of natural resources. This Malthusian nightmare of overpopulation and overconsumption of resources could yet come to pass on a global scale. But I am a technological optimist. That is why, after achieving financial success in business, a number of my philanthropic investments have been in the area of clean energy and sustainable development. In the 2 centuries since Malthus, human ingenuity has allowed our material wealth to continue to increase on a scale that he could not have imagined. I believe that this same ingenuity will continue to find solutions to the daunting challenges of a prosperous global economy in which all people have a high standard of living. However, we must recognize that we have a limited amount of time to act in order to avoid potentially dangerous and irreversible environmental damage. The world needs a new industrial revolution which will redesign our economy to operate on the principle of sustainability. Just as life in the industrialized world has totally changed during both the 19th and the 20th centuries, this is likely to continue changing in the 21st. As representatives of the next generation of technological and business leaders, many of you will have the challenge and opportunity of driving these changes. As responsible citizens, we all have a role in building a sustainable future. Just this morning, I had the pleasure of visiting the Energy Research Center right here at UOIT. And I must say I was very impressed with the advanced research and the educational programs that are taking root there that are the key to building a sustainable future for Canada and for the world. During my career, I have been fortunate to be able to benefit from the great electronics revolution. You and the accumulated knowledge you represent are the key to our future. You are part of the next generation of technology and business leaders. I wish you all tremendous success in the new technological revolutions that will continue to unfold. It is bound to be an exciting ride. Congratulations to you and your families, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Trottier. Would the candidates for the following degrees, don't forget to clap, okay? Please stand. Master of Business Administration. Master of Information Technology Security. Master of Science, Computer Science. Bachelor of Commerce Honors. And last but far from least, Bachelor of Information Technology with honors. Mr. Chancellor, as Vice Chair of Academic Council and on behalf of the Academic Council of the University, I present to you these candidates and certify that they have fulfilled all degree program requirements and have been recommended for graduation by their faculty.
On the recommendation of the Academic Council of the University, I hereby confer upon these candidates the degrees to which they have demonstrated their entitlement, and grant them all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto. I call upon them, upon hearing their names, to present themselves before this convocation to receive the degree. I also confer the degree upon those who've been approved for the degree but are absent from this convocation.
Candidates, please be seated.
Candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Information Technology Security, and Master of Science, Computer Science may now approach the platform. Nathan Percival. Keith White. Renee Alta Gracia. Bogdan Dumitru. Regan Khan. Zishan Muhammad. Sharman Shahid. Jeffrey Scott Bond. Benjamin Yankson. Saad Rustam Katak. David Rojas. This concludes the inception of the graduates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration, Master of Information Technology Security, and Master of Science, Computer Science.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honors may now approach the platform. Frank Aiello. Gassan Bassel Abakshi. Philippe Antoine Alberigo. Cotter Don Allen. Mayam Pokua Apiage. George Atia. Brent Harold Baggett. Adam Bainbridge. Aaron Baksh. Daniel Balvers. Mayor Benion. Christopher Gerald Bent. Janelle Stacy Bent. Devin James Best. Rohan Kumar Bhardwaj. Sharmila Bavasan. Deanna Kathleen Boyce. Ryan Buick. Tamara Emily Burns. Mark Philip Cantello. Ryan Scott Carr. Granville Marcos Chambers. Paul Ryan Chan. Pradeep Chandraraja. Jessica Maria Chen. Chi Zhang Glenn Chu. Nicholas Peter Chung. Andrea Coates. Andrew Colaco. Anthony Leonardo Colangelo. Peter Colella. Chad Ryan Colston. Kevin Terry Cowles. Natalie Craper. Gerald Creamer. Evan Richard Colbert. Michael Sean Zarinsky. Benita Yadinbai Amin. Nicholas Oris Kujensko. Jessica Das. Michael Destolfo. Douglas Keith Davey. Daniel D'Souza. Christina Annie Dimitropoulos. Joshua Luke Donner. Emma Elizabeth Donnelly. Winslow Walter Douglas. Jeffrey William Everingham. Franklin Babatunde Fala. Sarah Pham. Stephen Christopher Fontana. Julia Justine Fu. Joshua Fudge. Carmen Fung. Chantel Galea. Caitlin Campier. Brandon Gangemi. Wenjuan Gao. Keve Garashi. Andre Stephen Goddard. Sukai Gong. Jaskarn Grual. Jennifer Louise Gwinnett. Mark Evan Guerra. Paul Matthew Guerra. Melissa Guthrie. Diana Lorena Gutierrez Banos. Saman Habibi Shishaban. Zachary Thomas Hausler. Christopher Henscombe. Heather Ray Hawkins. Chunru He. Kamun Ho. Carlson Wang. Justin Brian Ebert, Ian Hobart. Matthew Shung. Johnny Wang. Daniel Alexander Ibanez. Jules Elonga Obella. Hillary Ireland. Derek Thomas Jackson. Syed Zain Haider Jaffrey. Mayaran Jagatheswaran. Ariana Alyssa Jagrup. Bradley James. Jarrell Johnson. Jaden Isaiah Johnson. Brian Robert Jollymore. Ferre Cabrera. Hermione Eleni Capitanos. Si Jamini Kathiramina Lanathan. Adam William Kemp. Gary Kerr. Bachara Charlie Corey. Vadsaine Kirubakaran. Joanna Maria Koslowitz. Dmitry Krupich. Anosan Kugathas. Neil Chiman Ladva. Eric Lagasse. Huhin Lam. Avasek Lama. Nicholas Anthony Lamana. Brian Laviolette. Roni Alexander Lazar. Peter Nathan Kai-Chu Lee. Jiahui Liu. Carolina Yulian Liu Pam. Winnie Angela Lumbanraja. Natalie Elise Luzararian. Jordan Tyler Gregory Mayer. Stefan Manick. Manajan Menakarajan. Michael Constantine Manolis. Jonathan Marin. Brian Mazariegos. Jessica Lee McCarthy. Caitlin Michelle Menard. Carly Mara. Benjamin Milkich. Jennifer Milligan. Muish Mir. Joseph Modica. Nicholas Montana. Harish Nalia. Kyle George Newbold. Vic McGow. Michael Nicolau. Baki Okadiji. Alexander William Harkin. Nicole Patel. Snehal Patel. Theagaron Pathmananthan. Kaylee Victoria Pierce. Ryan Pereira. Katrina Julia Maria Petrella. Matthew Nicholas Petrovic. Alyssa Danielle Petru. Daniel Plakaitis. Rajendra Prakash. Barrington Howard Francis Price. Crystal Puddester. Nicole Roseanne Quantrell. Sean Allen Regel. Arpen Kaur Rai. Jonathan Ramdeo. Rubinthan Ravindraja. Matthew Reed. Alicia Christine Ripley. Fidel Francis Serrano Romero. Wayne Jeff Roussel. Kevin Akash Sampath. Danusha Sathia Seelan. Catherine Caitlin Alyssa Ellen Sells. Sairuban Senthil Rajan. Hamid Shaheen. Gaurav Sharma. Jordan Richard Shepard. Caitlin Lindsay Skiba. Justin Gordon Sloot. Timothy James Smith. Michelle Sarah Sukraj. Stephen Spade. Holly Elizabeth Spratley. Pairavi Srikanthan. Stephen Anthony Stilo. Krishnesh Subarathan. Sydney Lauren Sun. Emily Sutton. Arqam Tariq. Munib Tariq. Michelle Tashro. Mikhail Taylor. Duriga Vanabala Krishnan. Anand Tharmaratnam. Ananthini Theaparan. Sinthuja Thevaraja. Travis Stewart Thorne. James Connor Thornhill. Rinos Trifonus. Jordan Andrew Tumbas. Adam Thomas Ulias. Tori Joseph Underwood. Scott James Urquhart. Colin Spencer Uza. Lisa Alana Vilu. Aranian Vivekananthan. Yan Wang. Hayder Asadullah Warwick. Caitlin Melissa Wirt. Jeremy Andre Whalen. David Arthur Whitehead. Mark David Whittingstall. Jonelle White. Cassandra Ray Wilson. Matthew Norman Woodward. Megan Woodwood. Yida Zhang. Helren Zhao. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Information Technology Honors may now approach the platform. Kevin Anthony Astila. Chandanpreet Singh Attili. Jordan Anthony Matthew Baptiste. Jagmeet Singh Patel. Sobin Sajad Bati. Matija Bosniakovic. Robert Eric Burden. Jordan Chang. Michael Daniel Cohen. Zachary Emmanuel de Lima. Mitchell David Joseph Dolan. Mark Samuel De Silva Duarte. Tinaya Dune. Stephen Feldman. Daniel Flakinti. Thomas William Gaynor. Nathan Turner Gale. Jeffrey Thomas Gowdy. Servislav Zlatibor Jurafsich. Trent Paul Godden. Robert Lawrence Gordon. Mario Greco. John Anthony George Gregory. Alim Kamasali Hassam. Daniel Christian Henricks. John Chil Yi Ho. John Zeke Hustwit Burchill. Grant Allen Hutchin. Faisal Ilahi. Colin Yanovich. Chow Zhao. Jesse Richard Jones. Zain Karmali. Yingchao Lin. Kenneth Colin Lowe. Nilly Lewis. Jonathan Liu. Brent McCrae. Max Gaetano Manco. Sergio Martins. Christopher Matthew McCormick. Janelle Chantel McGregor. Lindsay Alicia McCula. Albert Mullane. David Owen Milley. Xander James Milroy. Travis Nicholas Clark Mofford. Brent John Moore. Daniel Rafit Naeem. Michael Charles Nemeth. Winston Pasco Ng. Omar Parbudin. Sedona Parnam. Christian Pereira. Robin Elizabeth Pugh. Laura Shannon Rafferty. Jane Raja. Christopher William Scott. Jamie Seto. Albert Shearer. Nevis Shkenza. Adam Nicholas Skubowius. Bassam Sleeman. Daniel Jacob Snyder. Daniel Stepchenko. Nolan Robert Seuss. Benjamin Samuel Taylor. Nicholas John Taylor. Craig Thomas. Craig Robert Lowry Trout. Joshua Evan Van Camp. Bartosz Wegredzin. Patrick Albert Victor Woodburn. Ki Song Yo. This concludes the inception of graduates for the degree of Bachelor of Information Technology. Mr. Chancellor, this concludes the inception of graduates for this convocation.
Congratulations, graduates. You are the newest members of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology alumni community. I now invite Matthew Fawcett, Faculty of Social Science and Humanities graduate from the class of 2007 and currently the chair of the Alumni Association Council, to address convocation.
I'm so proud of UOIT because 10 years ago I was a student, but more importantly, I'm very proud of all of you who are graduating today because congratulations, class of 2013, you are UOIT's newest alumni. My name is Matthew Fawcett, and I'm happy here today to bring a warm welcome from the University's Alumni Association. I'm honored and excited to welcome the 10th graduating class as we celebrate UOIT's 10th anniversary. This is the first time a member of the Alumni Association is addressing the graduating students, quite an honor for us. We established the university's Alumni Association 9 months ago, another UOIT milestone. As a member of the Association Council, we are working to ensure that alumni's interests are considered in all aspects of UOIT plans. You see, once you're a part of UOIT, you're part of a fantastic network of friends and colleagues. It becomes a community you want to stay part of as long after you graduate. Those of us who are just a few years ahead of you wanted to create a community that would just do that, keep you part of UOIT. This is very important. As the university grows, so does our alumni community. We are excited to have more than 1,400 new members joining us this spring, bringing our total to more than 8,200. Almost the population of Port Perry, Ontario. And in a few short years, imagine how big our community will be. As we grow and develop new programs, we encourage you to be an active alumnus, to take advantage of the benefits we can offer, benefits that include discounted rates for a number of businesses and organizations in entertainment, including the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, a lifetime UOIT library membership, and exclusive access to a number of other UOIT alumni services. Make sure you keep your contact information updated on the alumni website so we can keep you posted. Immediately following this convocation ceremony, I would like to invite you and your guests to attend the reception for your faculty across the street at 61 Charles Street. If you use the east entrances, you just have to cross the street and you're there. The alumni, faculty, and staff would like to congratulate you and celebrate with you this important milestone. Please join us now at the receptions. The best is yet to come. Believe it. Thank you.
And I thought I was an expressive speaker. Thank you, Matthew. May this university continue to grow and flourish for all those who seek knowledge and ways to make our world better. May its members continue to address the great questions of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. May our words and actions always reflect those values we share as a community: integrity and respect, honesty and accountability, and intellectual rigor. May our graduates go forward with inquisitive minds, creative resolve, and warm hearts to truly make a difference in our world. Please remain in your seats until the faculty and graduate processions have exited convocation. And with that, Mr. Chancellor, this convocation of the University of Ontario Institute of Technology is now concluded. Congratulations.